Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for the ATS Business University Marketing Training. Today, we are going to do part 2 of what we started last week. And what we started last week was the relationship between your sales team, your marketing team, and why it needs to be cohesive. So last week we discussed that you can't separate the two. They have to be one cohesive unit, and we used the example of a married couple. If a married couple is cohesive, working as one unit, the house flows smoothly, wonderfully, perfectly well. But if the couple is not cohesive, they don't work together, there's a lot of bickering, there's back and forth, there's not enough communication, so things get undone or things get done twice. So we discussed that there needs to be a joint effort between both the sales and marketing team. Both teams have to understand the buying process and the target audience's pain points. So when this happens, marketing can create the collateral that addresses the pain points and arm the sales team with relevant content so they can do their job. So today, what we are going to discuss is, how do you properly do that? How do you use your sales team to empower your marketing team? And how do you use your marketing team to empower your sales team? So what you need to do is, you need to enable your sales team to be able to produce massive sales. And when you empower them with the knowledge, the skills, and the content they need to make a profitable sales transaction, you have a very prosperous sales team. Well, on the other hand, marketing can actually drive your sales through the creation of the collateral that targets the pain points of the target audience to help create that emotional reaction. But you won't know what the pain points of your target audience is without the sales team, because the sales team is on the floor. The sales team does all of the communication. The sales team is the one that listens to these people on the calls. And if your sales team is actually paying attention and digging deep, they have an abundance of information about each person that they talk to. And if they relay that message to their marketing team can create what's needed to help boost the sales and make it easier for the sales team. That's why that's one of the main reasons why it's important for the two teams to work cohesively, because if they all come together, they can create a marketing concept and a sales concept that works hand in hand to help increase sales, to make it easier on the sales team. And then it allows the marketing team to know what type of collateral to create to get that emotional reaction from your audience. See, your audience, we've discussed this before, your audience, they do emotional purchases. We do emotional buys, and then we use logic to make that buy understandable. We use logic to explain to ourselves why this purchase was important. But when we first purchase things, we do an emotional purchase. Prime example, when you purchase a book, there's something about that book that drew you emotionally. Like for me, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. There's an emotional attachment to that purchase, because I want to be a highly successful person, a highly effective person. So in order for me to do that, there's 7 habits. Well, let me find out what these seven habits are. There's an emotional feeling attached with that purchase. When you purchase a house, there's an emotional attachment to that purchase. And then you logically later break down to yourself why you made that purchase. The emotional purchase was, I wanted to become an effective person. So logically, when I read this book and I apply what I learned, I will become a highly successful and effective person. So if your sales team is on the ground, they're doing the belly, they're on the phones, they're talking to, they're bringing in, listen to your sales team. and let your sales team and marketing team communicate so they can have one cohesive relationship, and you can come up with one strategy that works for everyone. So, Mr. Smith, is there anything that you would like to add to that?
There's plenty. I was going to keep letting you go. There's plenty. There's plenty. We need to talk about, put this in chat for me. We need to talk about, what did you say? We need to talk about the emotions, emotionally purchasing, and we need to talk about the word audience and put it in quotations for me, because the way you use it is the way they need to see it, but we haven't taught that before. And that's something very important. You want to keep going? You want me to do my thing here? You tell me what you want me to do.
You can go ahead and do your thing, because that's the part that we're talking about today. And then next week, we're going to talk about the content created by the marketing team. Or if you
I'm going to walk off. No, go ahead.
Or if
keep going. I'm going to walk off camera real quick.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and
if you want. No. Or if you want. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I was going to say, or if you want, I can go ahead and talk about the content created by the marketing team, because they.
No. Content is going to throw us off.
Gotcha.
If you go to the content, we need to cover these two things first.
Gotcha.
But what was next? Content and what?
The content created by the marketing team and how it affects the sales team.
No. We're not going to be able to do that just yet, because. All right. So let's go with the emotionally buying first. That's easier for me to tackle than the audience. The emotionally buying is, obviously everything Deanna said is facts. We shouldn't be doubting this. This is facts. We know we emotionally buy. Let's say you're like me and you're going to say, well, I'm not emotional, I'm logical. That is a fallacy. That I am so emotional about being logical, I'm emotional. You get what I'm saying? So if you're like me and you're saying, well, I'm not emotional, I'm logical, I do everything with logic, I think about everything first. You're so emotional about that that's what it is. We think, but what happens is in our thoughts, what we've developed is emotions behind thoughts. Even if you are leave that alone, let somebody ask. Now, here's why that is important. Sorry, you're looking at my screen, but I'm hungry. Here is why that is important. If Pam Norris emotionally purchases, it also means Pam Norris emotionally talks herself out of purchasing. Is everybody following me so far? See if people are raising their hands or nodding their head or something like that.
Yes, sir. We have head nods.
All right, good. That means that in the same manner she talked herself into purchasing from me is equivalent to the same manner, conversely, that she will talk herself out of purchasing with me. There's nuances there that we need to cover. If she's going to talk herself out of purchase, that can happen in one or two places. Put this in the chat for me, Deanna. Place number one, before she buys, she's going to talk herself out of buying. We got to deal with this. Before she buys, she's going to talk herself out of buying. The second place this can happen, talking herself out of it, is after she buys. She's going to talk herself out of buying. That second one is detrimental to small businesses. Detrimental to small businesses, okay? So let me recap. I'm not looking at my screen, so I'm just going to recap from the top of my head. It works like this. Right now, we're just talking about the emotion. We can't even bring up content first without understanding this emotional buying part, and then I got to bring up audience. If Mayuri, I think I saw her on before I walked away, if she bought from Antonio, is that Mayuri unmuted?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mayuri, how's it going?
Hello.
How's it going? How is the food? How's the food YouTube thingy working?
Oh, it's going great. Actually, I've just not put all those things on social media yet, but I have 55 subscribers just within my WhatsApp contact. So
Well,
soon
good
I
stuff.
come up
You
with a
actually,
nice logo. Yeah.
well, you actually taught me something yesterday, and you don't even know it. I told y'all I consume everything. My Yuri posted a story on WhatsApp yesterday. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you did. I know you did. I was shocked when I saw
Yeah,
it.
on my status. Yeah.
I said, "What? WhatsApp has stories? What is going on here?" I had no idea. I was okay. Deanna tells me I'm breaking up, but I was shocked. I was like, "Wow, okay, stories on WhatsApp. I didn't see that coming. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool." And anywho, that's just a sidebar. But good job to you. Good job to you for that. So good stuff.
You.
Good stuff. Yeah.
So Antonia,
So
just one thing to
no, go
add.
ahead.
Yeah. So when I just saw the analytics of my YouTube, I saw that I have 69% of subscribers from WhatsApp. And then the others are from Google and YouTube channel. So just posting it on WhatsApp, it helped me a lot.
Yeah, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. It tells you what's working for you, but it also tells you
absolutely.
The power of what's. That means that you should, if 69% of your future income is coming from WhatsApp, then that should automatically tell you you need to get 69% more whatever on WhatsApp. It automatically tells you, actually I would say 690% more, because that's just assuming. See, this is, you give me a good platform. Everybody pay attention to what I'm saying. If she knows she has 69% of her YouTube subscribers paying and following her on YouTube, subscribing, they haven't paid yet. So we're just going to be nice and say 10% of them will eventually be paying customers. That means to the novice mind, okay, WhatsApp is working. To the Antonio Smith mind, it tells me whatever is working on WhatsApp, I need to do 690% more to actually get paying customers. That's that audience thing we're going to talk about. That's coming in the audience section. That's why I wanted to bring up audience, Deanna. I'm pointing at you over here, but you're actually in front of me over here. But on my screen, you're over here on the left. I want y'all to process that. My Yuri understands, and now she's even more understanding. She's going to do 690%. So whatever she's doing, let's say she's dressing. She's got to dress more. She's posting. She has to post more. How much more? 690% more. Was it an Indian dish? Yes, I need 69 Indian dishes. I need 69 of these posts. Is someone following me? That's how you do it. So it's not that it's just working. It is also that she needs to do it even more to extract income out of it. So allow me to do both things. I'm gonna mixture the two things I want to talk about into one, because my Yuri comment is forcing me to do so. You need to stop looking at your customers as customers and start looking at them as an audience. And Deanna was explaining that, but she does it so much, she didn't explain it because it's natural around here. My Yuri's customers are not customers, they're an audience. And you treat an audience differently than you treat a customer. There's more people in an audience than it is a customer. Okay? Follow me so far. More people in an audience than there would be in a customer. So let's break this audience down, then we'll go back over to the first thing that I was talking about. An audience has the ability to not like me, hate me, throw three fingers in the air, lighter, wave, whatever. My Yuri needs to now understand, since it's an audience, Ice Buddy, you're now the chief entertainer. We're getting somewhere now. You're getting somewhere. You're now the chief entertainer. Everything is entertainment. You must now get my attention, pique my interest, deliver something I do not know, and then close me. I've never taught this before, so you might be paying attention. As an audience member, I must get your attention, pique your interest, then deliver something you did not know. I'm going to break that down, and then I need to close you. What is that? AIDC? Attention, interest, deliver, close. AIDC. We'll call that the Antonio Smith, the AIDC method. I don't know what it means. We're just making it up as we go. But it's true. You need to shift. I got you. I was first talking about emotional, but I want to move from that. So, Deanna, good job, because every single thing you're bringing up is forcing me to bring out stuff in here that I've never taught in the 2 years that we've been in existence in this capacity, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying, oh, I got you. You want me to repeat it? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so my Yuri, I'll mute your mic real quick. Don't worry about your background noise. It's all good. So here is my Yuri. She just found out that her WhatsApp application is 69% of her YouTube subscribers. Yes? That's what she said. That was her words. Her words, not mine. Now, to a novice mind, you got to write down yet, Deanna. I'm building this so everybody can understand. To a novice mind, oh, I need to focus on WhatsApp more. Good. To Antonio's mind, it tells Antonio, I need to focus on WhatsApp 690% more. If she says 69% of her YouTube subscribers are from WhatsApp, they're not paying yet. I'm telling her, in order to extract income from those followers, you must do 690% more than what you're currently doing. That means that she needs to shift from thinking of people as customers into an audience. And that's why I told you, Deanna, you can't move the content yet, because when you kept saying audience, this is how you meant it. But I knew we never explained it this way before. An audience is different from a customer. You can have an audience of 10 million, and customers from that audience would be 5. Or you can have 0 customers in that audience because you're on someone else's platform. Tomorrow, I'll do the Conquer the Crisis Summit 3.0. At 3 o'clock, pay attention, at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, that audience will be hypnotized by my delivery, charisma, and content for 30 minutes. Do you understand what I'm saying? But that is not grace when I convert them into customers. You know when I convert them into customers? When I show up for the first speaker and I sit on the front row. When in the chat, I am as active as the participants. Because you know what people like me, what are you gonna, keynoters, millionaires, whatever, people like me, whatever, don't do? We don't act like fans. And one of the coolest things that I could do is show I'm not just the leader you're looking for, I'm also a fan of other leaders. It humanizes me. So when this is why I show up at the beginning and I'm commenting like crazy. So when I show the audience, I'm also an audience member too. And then I step up and kill those 30 minutes and separate myself from being an audience member like you. You then put 2 and 2 together to say, I can relate to him. Holy crap, I need to buy from him. Which takes you back from that to that emotional purchase. That's why I'm blending the two together. So this is what I broke down for the first time ever, what Deanna wanted me to repeat. The first thing my viewer needs to do, or what I need to do, is catch my audience's attention. The second thing I need to do is pique my audience's interest. Just because you're paying attention to me don't mean you're interested in me. Help me, somebody. How many of you ever went on a date and you was just not interested at all in that date? Come on now. That's it. Cover your faces. You understand. You just give me my free meal so I can get out of here. Because you are boring. You just keep talking about yourself. My picker is just broken. I keep picking incorrectly, right? All that stuff. Give my free meal, sir. And I got, my grandmother taught me to keep this $20 in my purse just in case you ain't gonna pay. Don't worry, I can pay myself. But you invited me, I didn't invite myself. You understand? All right, yes. Give my free meal is exactly what it is. So just because I'm ahead of the audience, just because I'm in the head position on stage of the audience doesn't mean I have your attention. How many of y'all have heard a keynote and somebody did something and you immediately said, I am not listening to anything else this person says? Exactly. And sometimes that happens in the first 30 seconds. You go, you know what? Where's my phone? Where is my phone? I am about to scroll Facebook until he finished. Please finish, please. Please. Okay? You understand? So you got to have the attention, but it's not enough to have the attention. You need to also have the interest of that attention. Then after that, you must now deliver something that I did not know. And then after you deliver something that I know, you need to close. See, what I just broke down, I just literally made these words up. But I do this every day. This is the first time I used the AIDC formula. I'm just making it up. I'm going to keep saying it till it sounds cool. AIDC. I'm just keep saying it till it catch on. I need to catch your attention, get your interest, deliver something you did not know, deliver on that promise, and then, boom, close you. Now, deliver something I do not know. Yes, that's I'm coming back to that, Tiff. It's coming back to that. Now, so let me go back to emotionally. If you had just joined this call, Deanna was doing the first 10 minutes, and then she was like, you want to say something? And I was like, I have plenty to say. Right? So she just heard what she was saying. So let's go back. She only talked about two things, audience and emotionally purchasing was bulk of that conversation. If Pam Norris buys from me, Pam Norris emotionally bought from me. But in the same manner, I'm coming back to that AID, but now I had to go over here to emotional purchasing. In the same manner that she bought something from me, it's the same manner she can unbuy it from me. And that happens in two ways. I can get her attention, and then she goes, I'm not going to buy from that food. And right there, she unbought from me before she bought from me. This is a better problem to have than the latter that I brought up earlier. I bring it up now. I would much rather Charmone unbuy from me before she buys from me. I much rather that. That means that I put her off. That means that I put her off in some way. Maybe it was my personality. Maybe I cussed on stage and she had her 6-year-old daughter. Now, of course, she not trying to start over with no 6-year-olds, y'all. Just let you know, but still, I'm just saying it right. You know, a 6-year-old daughter, or maybe I talked about, I don't know, right? Anything. There's so many different ways to offend your audience. I can offend my audience without saying a word. I could just wear a tuxedo to a beach. Everyone else is in bikinis and bathing suits and flip-flops, and here I come in a tuxedo. And right there, they say, I don't want to hear no food that come in a tuxedo to a beach. Or maybe I can offend my audience not saying a word by wearing a pink suit to a keynote. How about that? Here I am. Hey, everybody. My name is Antonio T. St. John. I want to help you make money with this loud yellow and pink suit on. First thing you're going to say is, you don't even know how to dress, sir, appropriately. So you can't teach me anything. So I'd much rather you unbuy from me before you bought from me. So when emotionally purchasing, you all need to understand, everyone purchases emotionally. Even Tempest, she goes through all these reviews. She thinks that's logic. That's not logic. She's like me. That's not logic. She is emotional about, I'm not fit to waste my money. Help me, somebody. So she logically goes through these steps of, if I give you my money, you better give me the results that I require. She all caps talk, right? She is emotional about not wasting her money. It seems as if, let me read these reviews because I don't purchase emotionally. That's what she's going to tell herself, but that's not the truth. She's emotional about, don't waste my money. And that is driving her purchase power, which is why she would only buy from someone with a solid reputation, and she's typically very late to buy in the first place. So if you're looking to build your business off a bunch of Tempests, you better be spectacular. Super spectacular. Can you direct or steer these actions? Absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. That's where that AIDC comes from. I'm going to break that down. Now, it is better for your small business for you to lose Charmone before Charmone spends money with you. It's better for you to do that because you can get her back, or she was never your customer. What you don't want to do, because in the same way Pam Norris, the same way Tempest buys from me emotionally, is the same way, conversely, she unbuys from me emotionally. And I want her to unbuy from me before she gives her money, because guess what happens? If she gives me her money, that's called a refund. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, chargebacks will put you out of business.
Talk, sir.
I'm saying, chargebacks will put you out of business. That's the emotionally unbuying you don't want. You don't want to have, because as a small business, guess what you're doing with your money? I'm going to tell you to save 10%, but you know you ain't saving 10%. I'm going to tell you don't use all your money, but you know you ain't using all your money. You need that money. You need about that money and 1,000 more sales for you to finally get your head above water, because you didn't put in $1.4 million like Pam Norris. You understand? Like you got all your money in this thing. You need all the money that I can get as fast as possible. It ain't that you're bad with money. You just deep in the hole. So T said that's the biggest lesson. You get it? You're not bad with money. You just need that damn money. Raise your hand if you need your doggone money. I understand some of you so high in awareness, I don't need anything. I get it. But if you just allow me this lower level talk, how many of you need your money, and you need your money right now? Come on, hands and faces. Thank you.
J.G. Whitworth, yes.
That's right now. All right there. Exactly. So basically, you need your money, all of it, right now. And that's one word, right now. You understand? It's just one word, no spaces. It ain't even spelt right. I need all that. J.G. Whitworth, yes. I need my money. What you don't need to happen is, because guess what's going to happen? When you pay, someone pay you $25, guess what you're going to do with that money? You're going to spend that money. You're going to say, oh my God, Grace, I can finally pay you. Here's your commission. So Grace going to take 30%. Now you're left with something like $432. But then the credit card machine you was using, they took their little 1-2%. So now you left with the $430. That's now $426. And then you forgot, come on, help me somebody. Who else with me forgot that you got that stuff automatically coming out your bank account? Mm-hmm. And they was waiting, debit, and now you done fooderized 6 charges and was waiting. They wait like double dutch to just as soon as you got money, they jump in and start doing like this here. And there you go. They jumped in and go. Typically say Apple waits. They sure do. So now that $625 is down to $223. Then guess what you say? Shoot, I gotta go to this meeting. I better put gas in the car. Come on now. Come on. That's $30 right there. Now you're down to $197. And this is gonna happen. You smart with the $197, and then Antonio decides to unbuy from Pam Norris. And you know what I'm gonna do? The hard way. I'm gonna go to my bank and I'm gonna file a dispute. And right there, they're gonna side with me first, because that's how it works. And I just put Pam Norris in overdraft. You get that happen enough, you out of business. It only take 2 or 3 of those. It only take 2 or 3 of those, because they're going to always side with the customer first, and then you as the company have days to dispute that, and it takes about 60 days to win that dispute. Can you handle chargebacks and not being paid for 60 days within the best of account? It's tough. Thou is speaking from experience, I can assure you.
I can definitely relate to that.
Real.
That was like I'm not gonna. I gotta put my testimony. That was like one of the biggest wake up calls for me, and it turned out to be a scam, and it cost me nearly $2,000. I definitely wasn't ready for that. So
I got scammed for $8,000 and had to pay $8,000 back. Sure did. Somebody paid $8,000 for coaching, and then charged back. They wouldn't they call it, and I had to pay $8,000 back in the middle of needing that money. Sure did. Sure did. Go ask Square. They remember it. They hounded me until they got it back. Maurice say somebody got him for $6,000. See that? Happens with all. So you don't want those emotional, I ain't buying from you. Oh my God, Dave, you're so awesome. And then what's going to happen? This is where buyer's remorse comes from. Buyer's remorse comes from, holy crap, I probably shouldn't have did that. And now they're going to logically, air quotes, which is emotionally, unbuy from Dave. And it's going to mess him up. So one of the first things you can do, Charmone, you ask, is that we have to steer these actions, is you need to super deliver as soon as they buy from you. They need to get contacted 5-6 times as soon as they buy from you. How many you buy online? It's a little more trusted now. I got you, Chris. We buy online, it's a little more trusted now. But the first thing you said is this stuff better not be fake. It better not be no scam. I'm a whoop they. I need some real folk that you don't play with your money, your man, or your food. Help me somebody.
Talk, Reverend.
All 3 of those. Go get somebody whooped around here. Michelle say 100. My man, my money, or my food. I ain't messing with either one of them. And what happens is you emotionally unbuy. So what y'all got to do is you need to at least hit that person 5 times in the first week. And I'm going to tell you twice as soon as they buy from you. You can be let me tell you how we do it around here, because I keep our staff real small. We do real small staff, and we outperform people with 300 people in the country in the companies. This is what we do. That's it, Maurice. I understand what you're saying. We speak the same language. Cedric the Entertainer said that on Kings of Comedy. You understand? Now, let me explain this here. I'll have Grace close a sale, and then Grace will say, listen, oh my God, thank you so much, Forklina. Thank you so much. What we're going to do, Forklina, is we're going to transfer you over, or actually, our customer text message you just to make sure everything is okay and all that good stuff. And all she did was say, because Deanna's sitting, and when we're in the office, how far away are you sitting from Grace? Deanna?
Across the table.
Across the damn table. 2 feet away. But that customer don't know that. That customer don't know that. It's a whole different department. You understand? And then they get the call. And in Deanna's sale, she passed it right to Grace. And if both of them got it, they passed it to Reggie. The point is, they heard from the salesperson, and then they hear from the happiness call, and then they hear again, and then Grace is real slick with it. Listen, we know you like your money. I'm going to give you Antonio's direct number. Grace loves to do this. Do it, Grace. Give us the pitch you do. Go ahead and give it to us.
That is it. You know, Dave, thank you so much. We want to add value so much to you. Antonio is a hands-on CEO. He has a mind for business and a heart for people so much that he loves to be hands-on with the members of the business university, that he has a phone and a number that he gives out, being the busiest CEO I've ever seen, multimillionaire. But he gives out his number, and anytime you text him, he will directly text you back because you are the most important person that he has spoken to that day.
That's 3 contacts in 24 hours. Grace, how many calls you got to give them in the first month?
Okay, I'm seeing in the first week, 5 came to my head.
5 is the correct answer. 5 is the correct answer. This is what I tell them in an office. They got to get them 1 happiness call immediately, and then 4 other calls, Pam Norris, in the first 30 days. You know what I'm trying to do, Dave? I'm avoiding them chargebacks. I know the moment you buy, you're going to say, ooh, I don't know if I got time. Come on. Ooh, I might need that money. These kids out of school now, I don't know. They eating me crazy. I just ain't no snacks in the house nowhere. I need some real folk that's got some real hungry 14-year-olds eating up everything. You know, they eat 6 chili and cheese dogs is gone and still hungry. Still hungry. Ain't gained a pound. Pinky toe just got big. That's all. Ain't gained a pound. And that's it. That's 5 contacts. And young adult church, yep. That's 5 contacts we do. Susan said great processes. So Susan is a both a connoisseur and inventor of great processes. So you know that's real. That is us adjusting, Charmone, to the emotional unbuy. Because chargebacks will put you out of business. Now let's go back to this attention. Get ready, Deanna. Go back to the audience. You need to treat your whole people like an audience, not customers. I'm not telling you something wrong with. Oh, hold on. Before I move on, go ahead, Chris. I forgot you had your hand up because it's perfect right here.
Oh, what I was about to ask real quick. What about, because I've been to a lot of.
You could talk slow. I'm gonna put one of these tenderloins in my mouth. You can talk slow. Go ahead.
So I've been to a lot of speaking events, and one thing I noticed, especially from the high and paying ones, is like after you get whatever their product is, they have in writing like after so many days there is no refund or something like that. Like, is that important to have? Of course, what you're saying is very valuable, but I also see speakers having that somewhere on their agreement before they get their transactions.
Absolutely, that's important because your empathy can't save you in court. You understand? Period. And all you got to do is show your refund policy and how the customer knew your refund policy, and you'll automatically win that dispute. It is better to have a strong refund policy. And don't violate it too, because if you violate it once and they can prove you violated it, then it's no longer upholdable. Any judge with common sense can say, well, listen, on this date you violated it, so if you don't apply to that refund policy 100%, then I can't make the customer apply that refund policy 100% too. Same thing if you rent properties. Maurice know all about this. If you rent properties, if you charge late fees, no matter how much you like them, you need to charge late fees. It just is what it is. Because the moment you don't do it once, is the absolute moment, then your whole late fee policy is irrelevant. And you will lose in court every time. A policy must be infallible. Just what it is. I don't make that up. Blame lawyers, because lawyers are the reason why we got so many rules. It's their fault. Blame them. Unless they're in the university, then I like you, lawyer, and I hope you keep on your monthly subscription. That'd be great. I appreciate you. Okay, good stuff. Now, you you so right. I didn't even think about it. My boy Maurice. I sure did. Hey, what is it supposed to be? Sundown? It's supposed to be sundown, huh? Yeah, you so right. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I did that yesterday too and didn't even realize I did it. Yeah, we talk about Ramadan, y'all. Good stuff. You know, me and Maurice, we tight in the same beliefs and stuff. Good stuff. and Justin, I like that. Now, if you're going to, it's nothing wrong with having customers, because you need customers, and they are customers. So I'm not playing a wordsmith game here. I'm not even trying to sound smart by saying something unique like, oh, think about audience. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying that you pay. I'm just saying the internet has forced us to stop thinking people as customers and start thinking of them as an audience. The internet, you don't do content for customers. You do content for audience to make them customers. But even when they become a customer, you still need to treat that customer like an audience member. You still need to. Here's what happens with most of your companies. You get a customer, they buy, they don't hear from you again. Come on, who's willing to admit that your company used to work like that? I won't say now, but your company used to work like that. I got my hand up first. Come on, Grace, don't lie. Sharmon, thank you for buying from me. Got your money. It wasn't bad. I didn't have no system. I didn't email you. I didn't know how to use an email list. Right? It's not that you was wrong. You just didn't. You were ignorant. You know, ignorant just means the state of being uninformed, uneducated, or unaware. Okay, it's just the definition of the word. Maurice said he got both his hands up. I was bad for that. I was bad. So I got Dave. All right, Dave. Thank you. I know plenty about Dave. He probably right. I know plenty about Dave. Plenty. We talk plenty of times. Dave can hit me up anytime. Dave know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of times. Plenty of time. He probably got some meal plan he can't wait for me to get. You know what? If you got one, you can go ahead and just send it to me, man. He probably got one, been having it for like 6 months and was praying that I go ahead and say something. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Real talk. When they're your customer, you still need to treat them like an audience member. So what do you do to an audience? You're consistently dating an audience. If you're on stage, you're talking to everyone, aren't you? And you're doing it every second you're on stage. Listen to what I'm saying. Every second you're on stage, you are pandering, catering, seducing that audience. And I'm telling you, your customers need to be seduced every day. past and present. Phil is doing a fantastic job about this. What Phil said, ooh, economic disruption. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, Jonathan, I know you haven't talked to me in 16 years, but I just want to let you know, here's some good news today. That's Phil treating old customers like today's audience members. It's powerful. I guarantee you that the energy of that Phil's doing is going to pay off huge real soon. It's going to pay off huge. It's going to pay off huge real soon. It really is. You'll see it. Maurice said that's the powerful lesson. Every 7 seconds, we lose someone's attention. Ain't that right? Every 7 seconds, we lose someone's attention. So now let's go back to it, Sharmon. Here you go. This is your full answer to your question, and then we give it back to Deanna. If I'm treating you like you're my audience, I need to get your attention. So where are you? Are you in text message? I need to get your attention. Are you in email? I need to get your attention. You're on my Facebook page? I need to get your attention. You understand? You're on my message? I need to get your attention. I think everyone here is in my cell phone for my well, I call it my fan phone. I've been doing this for how long now, Grace? It's been a while now. It's almost a year.
Yeah.
Because I know the bill is going to come up, and I'm going to be like, damn, I got to pay a bill, all right? Because I pay the bill yearly. I know it's coming up fast, because it was hot outside when I got the phone, and it's hot outside again. So I know it's coming up, you understand? It's hot outside again. It feels like July out there. I went out there to water the garden, and I tried to go early. You know what I'm saying? 7 in the morning, it was still too late. It's hot. It's just hot. So I know it's coming up. Now, Sharmon says, do we use all sources? Absolutely. But check this out. I ain't sold it out one time. If you think about it, I ain't sold you. And I'm trying to figure out how can I, and actually, Chris, I'm stealing for Chris now. Chris posted something Gary Vee sent him. And it was inspirational. Chris was like, oh man, that was deep, right on time. I'm trying to figure out how can I work that into mine, but I don't want to text you every day. I haven't sold nothing because I haven't added enough value yet. I haven't given you enough free stuff yet, and I'm giving plenty of free stuff, but I haven't done it enough yet. And until then, until I feel like it's enough, until I feel like I'm giving you, until I give away $1 million worth of gifts and values and prizes, I won't sell a single thing on that. I won't. I refuse. I haven't added enough value. I haven't added enough value. Down tell you, I'm cutting in and out. I got my Wi-Fi off. That's cellular provider, I suppose. All right, now check it out. I got to get your attention, Sharmon. So you get my attention, then get my interest. Those two are self-explanatory. This is the one we go wrong at. Delivering something I don't know. I need all of you to get real cocky for a second. I need you to put on your he think he all that pants, or she thinks she all that pants. I need you to put this on. Pam, notice every time you talk to somebody, you need to tell them something that they don't know. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. You need to tell them. Every single time you get on camera, you need to introduce a new fact to me that makes me go, whew, crap, that lady know her stuff. Every time. Because the more you do that to me, the closer I am to giving you my money. The closer I get. Because remember, let me share my whiteboard. I want y'all to remember this. Sharmon, remember this. We never spend our money like this. That ain't what we do. That ain't what. Tempest is reading all those reviews So she's saying my money will not do this. Come on, help me out, Tempest, in the chat. I know you in there. She said, I ain't spending my money this way.
Sound like you preaching.
There you go. And I ain't spending my money to somebody like me either. Hell, I could have did that myself. Ain't that something you would have said too, Tempest? All right, then. We only spend our money like this or like this. We'll never spend our money these ways. It's got to go up long term, or, man, look, you way above me. Take me where you at now. That's how we spend our money. So every time you get up there, Pam Norris, and you tell me about, if I get an aloe vera plant, hold on. You don't know it, but you made me go buy me one of these here. Big old one. Got two of them. I'm about to go plant it. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't playing no game. Ain't playing no games. No games. But I ain't know that. Shit, I can make my own? Well, shoot. And save me my money. You got me every time you tell me I ain't got to depend on nobody. You want to make me, your customer, tell me how I don't have to depend on nobody. I'll buy from you every time. Michelle G said she got two of the fridge. But think about that. Think about that. That's real talk. Someone who grew up like me in a trash can on his own, you do know freedom is a real big deal to me. How many times y'all heard me say the word freedom? You can't even come up with a number. If you can convince me freedom, shoot. Where do you want me to send this money? I can't wait. So you got to deliver, Charmone. So when you go and you sell me some shea butter, you need to somehow tell me something I don't know about the skin. I don't care about it, but I want to look cool and repeat what you said to somebody else. So when you tell me, oh yeah, you know, it exfoliates and so I don't even know how to spell that word. But as soon as I can't wait to say it to somebody else. Oh yeah, no, it exfoliate my eczema right on off. I use this special stuff. I got a relationship with the CEO, man. You know, I tell you what I do. I'll send you her website. You know what I'm saying? I got it. My butter is special. There it is. There it is. And after that, you got to close. You feel me? Close. It's that simple. All right, Deanna, pick back up.
You want to just pick? Okay. Well, from there, ladies and gentlemen, from there you go into the importance of, Tippett said, teach the benefits, how to use, when to use, how to know it works for your skin, signs of skin improvement, how and when to use it on your hair. So Charmone, there you go. So the next thing we go into is the content creation on the marketing aspect of it. With the content creation aspect of it, your marketing team needs the feedback from the sales team. Because again, your marketing team is on the ground. They're the ones that hear the audience. They're the ones that are belly to belly. They're the ones that are on the phones. They're the ones that are doing all the interaction with your audience and your customers. So why not let your sales team go back and give the marketing team feedback, so that way the content created by your marketing team is more effective when it's developed based on the feedback from the sales team. You know, example, the sales team is on fire and they can give the marketers the insight into the new prospects, any pain points, like I said earlier, that they want to address. And then the marketing team can make sure that when they create the content, they address those pain points so that the sales team can use that in the field. And it's always compliant and it's aligned with the brand story. The relationship between your sales team and your marketing team is extremely important for the cohesiveness of the flow of the brand as well as the flow of the money. If your marketing team does not know what's going on when it comes to sales, when it comes to conversations, when it comes to the pain points of the audience, then they won't be able to create anything that will develop leads for the sales team. So my question to you is, if you have a sales team and a marketing team already in place, when you have your daily meetings, do you allow the sales team to actually say, hey, this is what we discovered, and your marketing team to say, hey, that's great, that'll help us create this? Or do you sit there and give orders and tell them what to do without hearing any feedback from your sales and marketing team? And if you do not have a sales and marketing team in place and you are the sales and marketing team, are you applying the feedback from your audience and your customers to how you're developing your content to be able to have a cohesive flow with your sales and marketing to make things easier for yourself? And are you documenting these things so that way you can go back, and when you do hire that sales and marketing team, you know what to communicate to them? Yes, ma'am, Miss Pam.
Yeah, before in our beginning stages, before we have a sales team, we had to be all of those things, like you were just saying. We had to be the sales and the marketing. So we did a little exercise with the staff, where at the beginning of a staff meeting, we had everybody, all the staff, brainstorm all the potential pain points and objections we could think people could have about the ice buddy system. And they just had to write it. And then we went and did the regular staff meeting, gave them their brain a break. And then at the end, they had to come back and do the second part of the exercise, which was to take that list they created in the morning. And now they had to think up the collateral for how to address it in brochures and responses. So when you don't have money and you don't have a staff over than the ones that maybe 2 or 3 or 5 people you have working with you or along with you, or friends or family, you get them to do the brainstorming that you were talking about. That tides you over until you can have some money and pay for people like ATS to do it for you.
There you go. Antonio's clapping.
We don't mind money.
So as you see, Miss Pam just gave you the perfect example of how to have a cohesiveness between sales and marketing, even when it's just you or the 4 to 5 people that you have. And I know, and now that she has put that culture into place, as she expands and she has that full sales and marketing team, she now knows to put that same process in place. So now she knows that her sales team and her marketing team is completely cohesive with each other because they're brainstorming together. It's not your sales team out there, sell, get this money. Your marketing team, what can we put together to get people to buy? No, it's the sales team going to the marketing team, say, look, I had this conversation with Ms. Mary. Ms. Mary said that this is what she's going through. These are her problems. And she just this, that, and that. And then the marketing team is going to be like, thank you for that information. So since Ms. Mary is having these kind of issues, I wonder how many more of our audience members and customers are having that same issue. And let's create something to draw them in emotionally, like we were just talking about. So thank you, Ms. Pam, for that. Thank you, Ms. Pam, for that feedback. So Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr., the floor is yours.
Ma'am.
The floor is yours on any feedback you would like to give.
Well, no, it's not feedback. I want to ask the other question because I want to kind of, let's see real quick. There's 2 questions. I'm gonna frame your answers. Do you want to know how to build a marketing team that is extremely connected to sales, or do you want to, or do you, who doesn't have one? Let's do that. Who does not have a marketing team or not have a grip on marketing? Let me ask that question. If you don't have okay, we got one person already. If you don't have a marketing team or a grip on marketing, the way you would like, got two people. I need 100% participation or close to it, so I can, we're polling the audience, all right? So Jana's telling me 4. Who else? Either just flash the camera real quick or put your emoji hand up.
I'm
Okay,
driving, but I need a marketing team again.
All right, got you.
That gives us 6.
Need a marketing team. Let me ask, okay, and Lisa, let me ask you one more. Let me ask you the same question. I'm asking deeper this time. Who's doing all the work yourself? And that's probably everybody here. I just shouldn't even finish the question. Got you. All right.
I have Susan.
So Deanna, listen. You have Susan. Yes, good. P says B. So we're in the right audience, Deanna. We're in the right audience. Small team and outsourcing. All right. Justin, do you pay commission or do you pay monthly? I'm interested. It's going to determine what I say next. So he's responding in the chat. Commission for you, Lisa. Okay. When he responds in the chat, I want to see both. All right, then. All right. That's all I need to know. Here we go. So let's save y'all money, and let's also build a team or practice or practices that you can own and control. Does that sound good for this second hour? Do we do that? Save you money, build the team that you can own and control, and become a big media agency?
Yeah.
All right, good. So basically what we're going to do next, Deanna, is let's make everybody a big media agency, and they own that media agency, and that media agency pushes their product. Cool? All right, so I'm going to need your help here, Deanna, because you do a lot of that. If you don't know, I've said this in a daily meeting, but I never said it in the class. If you want to build a media team, you need to, it's 3 areas that I would look for. I'm telling you this because I get beat up in the jaw. Area number 1 is I'm looking for a writer. Deanna, you're going to explain to them how important writing is. Copyright specifically. You can master sales funnels all you want to. If your messages, if the copyright is not appealing, if the headline is not catchy, then it just won't work. I'll give you a great example of this before let me remind me to come back and give a great example of writing, okay? A headline, great example. Writing, and then you need someone who could do video and pictures, not one or the other, video and pictures. And then you need someone like me that is experienced in paid distribution of ads. That's very important. Paid distribution of ads. That is crazy important. You need paid distribution of ads. Got me? We cool so far? Yes. Yes. Is that a yes? Am I? Yes, I'm good. All right, good. Listen, copy and paste that, save that. That's what you need. That's all you need to compete with Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, Oprah, Ava DuVernay. I'm trying. DuVernay. She's awesome. Which one is it? It's one of them. She's awesome. I love her.
The second one you said, yeah, you had to take it down.
Is it DuVernay or DuVernay?
I think it's DuVernay.
I call her Ava. We fishing buddies. I need to just look at it. If I just look at it one time, I'll be able to pronounce it. I just never really looked at her name. That's what you need. So right now, I just built the foundation. Now, Deanna, I want you to, let's go with Antonio. What would you, all right. Someone asked me, hey, what books do you read? And I say, all right, here are the top 20 books that changed my life. And I put that. Come up with this great post, this great video, 4K, all my charisma, everything I say. Here are the top 5 books that changed, top 20 books that changed my life. Boom. Very interesting, right? This is what a copywriter would do. The top 20 books that would change your income immediately, that would change your life immediately. Just those 2 words will significantly change how many people click whatever you just put out there. Why? We all know, what's in it for me radio, but we don't think about that. And when I say the top 20 books that would change your life, or then what you do is you have someone like me. Okay, you want to bring it up now, Deanna?
Well, the copywriter knows the triggers that will trigger your emotion to buy. Because just like Antonio just said, to just say, here are the top 20 books that changed my life. Okay, that's your life. I'm not worried about your life. You already have your stuff together. But the top 20 books that will increase the value of your life, or the top 20 books that will make you prosperous, or the top 20 books that will save your life. The words that trigger that emotional response. Because if you're in a position where you're sitting here and you're looking at a computer screen all day because you're stuck at home and you're like, what am I going to do? And you see somebody that says, oh, here are the top 20 books that changed my life. Okay. I'm happy it changed your life, but I'm looking for my life to be changed right now because I'm stuck out. That's the importance of a copywriter.
Absolutely. Now, so it changed your life, but then that third person I put that Justin who is experienced in paid distribution, I go back to Deanna and I say, Deanna, do me a favor. I noticed through your statistics, you have, in fact, I noticed yesterday, let me use a real example. Yesterday, I noticed I am trending in Luxembourg. Who knows what that is, or where that is? Luxembourg.
Near Holland.
Of course, Pam Norris. Of course, Pam and Phil would know that. International travelers, and Phil so accurate, near Holland. Holland. It is, it's literally right by Germany. It is a small country in Europe, about 643,000 people. I did not know that yesterday. Justin, my man, if I never taught you nothing else, bro, I am about to teach you the holy grail of what you need to just dominate this real estate game in this down economy. I'm about to bless you, sir. I want to show you my current rank on my podcast right now. I spend no money on this podcast. None. Zero. I used to spend $1,000 a month. I spend zero money on this podcast. Do you understand? Zero. Right now I'm ranked number 29 in the United States, number 7 all time. But that's irrelevant. Forget all that. No one cares. These numbers will pop back up today. I'm ranked in all these places for whatever reason I'm out right now. Right here. See that? I didn't bring that country up for accident. Apparently, I am number 1 since yesterday in Luxembourg. Number 1. And then number 70 of all podcasts in education, 71 in Luxembourg. So you know what I did yesterday? Let me tell you what I did yesterday. When I saw that, the first thing I did is I went to Google and I typed it in. The second thing I did is I went back to Google and typed it again the second time because I didn't spell it right. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not spell it right. Just let you know I didn't spell it right. Don't give me all them props. Don't give me all them props. I did not spell it right, Chris. I did not. This is what I did, though. I went, saw, it's 643,000 people, small country. And you know what I said? Now this is my, I'm not sure if it's arrogance or, I'm not sure, you can call it so much. It just depends. I said in my head, all them people mine. That's what I said in my head. Now, I'm not sure where that comes from. I'm not sure if, I guess it's a bit of arrogance. I guess it's a bit of confidence, maybe shadow side. It could be arrogance. I don't know. But I decided yesterday, they mine. You understand what I'm saying, Pam Norris? All 643,000. And I told myself, hell, I got 643,000 fans in Houston. I know I can get 643,000 in one country. Sure can. That's what I said. And I went and updated all my ads, Pam Norris. I swear to God, Justin, this is what I did. I'm saying this for you. And I added Luxembourg in there. Now they're getting targeted with ads. I use my podcast to determine where my video media is going. I'm helping somebody. Before I finish this, Pam Norris, I know you just, because you're a quick thinker and if y'all don't know this here, I'm gonna let Pam Norris talk. Pam Norris gets out these classes and then get on the phone and have meetings with her team and they make immediate changes. Immediate change. Pam Norris is not here to sit up here. She don't wake up at 3 a.m, empty her bladder, drink some coffee for nothing. She is having meetings. Do you understand? Immediate changes. Tell us what you just learned or whatever you want to say. Free talk about what I just said, and I'm going to tell you why I brought it up. It's about paid distribution.
Okay. Well, Ice Buddies just put out a post to collect names of people who want Ice Buddies. And so we took and I've done a number of videos that led into this, and I stripped the audio and we made them podcasts. So what we'll do is we've also boosted our videos to certain countries. And so now what I'm going to do now, but I've never looked at it from the podcast to figure out where the videos go. We just looked at where which countries had Facebook users, large numbers of Facebook users, to determine where we would send our podcasts. Send our videos. So now what we'll do is we'll go back and look at our podcast viewings and see how that helps determine where to send videos. So that's.
And be honest with you, Pam. To be honest with you, I never did it before until yesterday. I swear to God. I've been doing podcasts a long time. Never clicked in my mind until yesterday.
Yes.
Never clicked in my mind. Because up to this point, I've trended everywhere I expected to. And that's the truth. I've always expected me to be in 70 different countries. But I'm actually something like 90 now. But I have high expectations of myself.
And I want to thank you because you also gave me 4 new videos that I'm going to do, probably shoot them today or tomorrow, from you and Deanna were just saying about change. So now we'll talk about Ice Buddy, how it changes your life by giving you convenience, how it saves your life by making sure you have your meds, how it saves you money by preserving your meds so that they don't go bad and you have to buy them again, and how it improves your camping experience by having your waters and meds with you all the time. So that that you thing we'll do 4 of those this week and get those out there.
That's it.
So thank
That's
you.
it.
More work.
No, you're very welcome.
love
As
it.
a matter of fact, I'm glad you. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. If Pam Norris did not exist, and Antonio owned Ice Buddy and just started it today in the middle of this economic disruption, like not the 1.4 million invested. I don't got none of her connections. I'm not as good as her. I just started. I'm best beginning. The first thing that I would do is I would start a life hack show. I want to sell my coolers, but I know if I sell my coolers, that won't work. But if I if I get people addicted to coming to me for simple life hacks, to where they don't have to throw anything away that they buy, I know I can sell as many Ice Buddy coolers as I want. That's exactly what I would do. That's part of my show, Grace. If I owned X, that's exactly what I would do. Right? It's one of my new shows coming up. That you just saw it. This is what I did yesterday, Pam Norris. You're gonna. Hold on, y'all. Y'all just say that right. This is what I did. Here's what I did. I took some old vegetable oil, Kentucky, and I got this mason jar. It was Everclear, moonshine. It was moonshine. Now it's just it was strong too. When I opened it up on the plane, because they actually let me put it on the plane because I bought it in the airport, leaving Kentucky or one of those. It was probably Kentucky. Wherever it was legal to sell moonshine in the airport place. When I opened up on the plane, the skinny white girl sitting next to me was like, "Oh my God, you can't have that." And I thought she was going to tell the air marshal on me that I was a terrorist or something. That's what she thought she was. This is what I did. This is vegetable oil. You can even see some of that's cooked. Now it's an oil lamp. It's an oil lamp. And I got 3 more like this. And my kids like bacon. Guess what I did yesterday? I kid you not. I saved it. Now the bacon grease does something different. The bacon grease actually gets hard like wax. I did the same thing. Put it in the mason jar and put it in the bacon grease. And now it's like a wax candle. I would do a bunch of shows like this right here if I was Ice Buddy. This is a big mason. It's over a pint because the pint says right here. The pint is right here. So this is way over a pint. I'm not even sure what it is. It's way over a pint. I can burn this. Now, why is this important? May not be important to you, but I'm right smack middle in a terrible hurricane area, and I got 30 days to get my stuff together because June 1st starts hurricane season. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to deal with hurricanes and COVID-19 at the same time. I would absolutely do this. I would start a life hack channel in which I could say, "Oh my God, did you mop your floor? This is what you can do with the used mop head." Because guess what this is? A used mop head. Well, this is actually new. I just went to the store. This is the mop. This is a cloth mop head. That's what that is. And it's deep in there. You can't see it, and I don't want to open it because it's like super greasy. Just touching it, my hand was about to slip off of it. Think about that. You know how much easier it would be to sell Ice Buddies if you had a devoted fan base of life hackers? Because guess who's more likely to buy your Ice Buddy? A bunch of people trying to live off the grid. That's what I would do. Now, I know Pam Norris. Since I said that, guess what she's going to in 72 hours, I'm going to see. Tell her. You tell her yourself, Pam. Go ahead and tell her yourself.
It went on the to-do list.
Tell her.
It went on the to-do list. It's going. Hey, that's cool. We can do this.
It's life hacks. It costs you no money. You can Google it, but you know plenty. But what it does is it gives her a huge fan base. Because guess what everybody's Googling right now? I'll show you. We'll play a game together. We will play a game together. Because Google, this is why I told you. So I'm going to bless you. The first off, let's go to trends.google. I told y'all this secret a long time ago. See, everybody's stressing right now. And that's a perfect opportunity for you to catch somehow Taylor Swift, that's an example. Or let's say Taylor Swift is actually trending right now because you know what? Swifties keep Taylor Swift. Yeah. Taylor Swift fan base is called Swifties. And I know why the World Cup is trending because the World Cup said that they may not have the World Cup until a year or two from now. So I know why that's trending because I actually watched the World Cup. Watch this here. Toilet paper. This is insane. Just watch this here. Look at the spike in interest in toilet paper. Don't nobody give a damn about toilet paper until 30 days ago. And it went up to 100. Now look, how to make your own toilet paper. And I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, there are people out there right now trying to figure out how to make your own toilet. The mere fact that I randomly I've never typed this in Google search, in Google Trends in my life. The mere fact that I literally typed in this weird how to make your own toilet paper. And it peaked at 100 last month. That means Life Hacks is a viable market for Life Buddy. You can either sell, here's what you do with the Ice Buddy, or you can target the people who are more likely to buy an Ice Buddy. It's a bunch of people out there right now trying to make their own sanitizer. I bet you if I type that in, it's going to show. You know what? Let's play a game. Let's try it. I've never done it before. How to make your own hand sanitizer. It's so hard to spell when you record it. And look, peaking again. It's simple. You got about 4 more months left where everybody's interested in living off the grid. Soon, well, actually, if we get another spike, this spike hasn't even ended yet. But if right now, Pam Norris, America owns the most amount of cases in the world, and we have 1/3 of the world's cases in one of the world's smallest countries. At least mid-sized countries. There's 3 million cases worldwide. America has over 1 million. And we already know we're not testing. Like, I'm not even trying to get political. I don't mean to offend y'all. I'm just saying this is an opportunity for Pam Norris to cash in. You teach life hacks. Anybody who owns a sewing company is currently sewing masks and making hundreds of thousands of dollars. They wasn't trying to sew masks. Go ahead, Grace.
My pastor's sister, she owns a shop
right next door to the church.
She is making masks and collecting coins.
More money than she ever expected for 2020, and she probably gonna make more money this year than she ever made in her life. Life hacks. That's what I would do. If Pam Norris never existed and I was just starting off, I ain't had no money, that's what I would do. That ain't gonna work for everybody. But those people who like life hacks are more likely to buy from Pam Norris than Antonio. I don't teach life hacks. I teach money hacks. She teaches life hacks. You get it? That, Deanna, I have to now throw your alley-oop and pass it back to you, because that is emotional buying, what I just explained, if I ever explained it. It's crazy out there. How I make my own toilet paper. How I make my own hand soap. What you got to say about that?
I was one of those people researching how to make your own toilet paper. You have people who wouldn't normally think about prepping.
That's what it's called, officially called prepping.
And you have people who they want to make sure that no matter what, they're taken care of. They want to be self-sufficient. That's an emotional buy. Wanting to be self-sufficient in a world where they don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. They don't want to have to depend on the resources. They want to be able to create their own resources. If that's not an emotional buy, I don't know what is. I mean, and think about it. Every store was low on toilet paper. You have a family of 5 people. You're going to want to know something to be able to sustain, because that's not feasible.
I tell you what, if someone could teach me how to make my own Lysol, that would be fantastic. Because let me tell you something. I haven't seen a bottle of Lysol in 6 weeks.
Not one.
I'm dead serious. It's easy to make hand sanitizer, Carol said. Lisa agreed with me. I haven't seen a bottle of I got 1 bottle of Lysol left, and we're saving it like crazy. If somebody can teach me how to make my own hand sanitizer, they can have all my money. I would absolutely buy from that. I would subscribe to whatever you got. And you're not losing money by not selling me the sanitizer. What you're doing is creating a super fan. Because if you help me make my own hand sanitizer, I'm going to believe everything you say after that. If you tell me Ice Buddy Cooler is this, I'm going to say you surely is. Pam Norris can't tell me nothing wrong on sanitizer. Didn't even know that was possible. Never thought about it. I found wipes, got the last 2. I know you did. There's literally no Lysol on planet Earth. If you can help me make my own Lysol, it can just be a spray disinfectant that kills 99% of bacteria and viruses. I'm sure bleach got something to do with it. And if you can help that smell good, it ain't got to smell good. If you just help me use household ingredients to kill germs, you make a killing. Go ahead, Neil.
And not only that, if you can teach someone how to make disinfectants or lotions or creams or toothpaste or deodorant from natural ingredients, now you hit not only the preppers, but you're hitting those who want to go full out natural, who want to eliminate chemicals from their entire household.
No doubt. I'm glad you said that, because 2 days ago I was researching how to make your own hand soap.
Boy, y'all talking about disturbing the market.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. I was figuring, listen, I got so much of this. I found out I can make my own lye soap out this oil. I just need charcoal, and I got charcoal. Go ahead, Susan.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get Lysol, and I use all natural stuff in my house because I don't like any of the other, and then the smells bother me. But now I am using the disinfectants, especially once that guy finished on our air conditioner. On the air conditioner. But you can buy different, like the toilet bowl stuff. that has the disinfectant
99%. You're right. I've been buying that like crazy.
And then there's like the Windex that has it in it, and different things. And so I make my own concoctions with that.
Yep, I got a bottle over here to my right, full of the Clorox toilet bowl cleaner.
Yes.
That's exactly what I got. It kills 99% of bacteria and viruses, and
Right.
I mixed that with 50% water, and I taught Grace to do the same thing.
That's what I
and
did.
When I got, yeah.
We think alike.
Yeah, we think just alike.
Bars of soap that I have, saw all these bars of soap, and I'm like, I don't want to use the bars and have them sitting around. I'm trying to figure out how to bring it down into a liquid. So I'm going to work on that at some point.
I've pretty much, Susan, repurposed every single thing. I've literally, it's like I basically went back to like 1870 when people didn't throw away nothing. It's pretty much where my mindset is.
Even the cardboard from the roll of paper towels and things, I'm saving that. I save the containers. Like right now I'm making a smoothie shake, and I save the good containers. So when the new stuff comes in, I pour it in there, and then I let that other stuff sit for a while till I feel it's safe to use. So I'm doing all those things too. I'm a survivor type. I
got you. I'm with you. I got man. Listen, well, I got a whole garden. I don't need to go to the grocery store for nothing. Green onions, apples, pineapple, cucumber, lettuce, kale. I got all of it.
That is like, that's impressive. I would love to have that. I don't have a garden here, but I always had a garden. I've always been a gardener and grown vegetables. So it's a great thing. And I would like to see you put together something surviving coronavirus and a hurricane together.
Yeah, you might be right. Because you know what? Write that down, Dan. I got to do that because that is a big reality right now. It's making me the knowing that hurricane season is June 1st. Pam Norris, it is making me shop differently. I have 6. I've never in my life, never, ever, ever in my life bought Crisco. Last month, I bought 6 of them. I bought Crisco for 2 reasons, because I know I could preserve meat with it just in case the power go out, but I also know I could put a wick in it, make a wick, and make it a candle. In my entire life, I've never bought Crisco.
I was wondering why you were buying Crisco.
Yeah, that's why. That's
it's a
why.
little bit clogging the artery type thing, but you had other uses for it.
Yeah, I'm never going to eat it. I'm certainly not going to eat it. But I'm worried that, meat goes. I actually bought charcoal and a barbecue pit just in case power goes out. And I can eat.
Yeah, me too.
It's stuff that I've never thought about that I have to think about now, Carol. You can go ahead, Carol. You can talk.
Yeah, so you were saying that I got 2 giant bags of charcoal. I got 2 charcoal pits. I have 19 different plants that I planted from seeds that are growing. And I have them all on my lanai. So I took all my furniture off the lanai and I put it all in pots. So all that stuff is growing. One of the things I wanted to tell you guys about as far as deodorants, guess what? Baking soda. You put it in a shaker, a salt shaker. You shake it on your hand and you pat it underneath your arm.
That makes sense, actually. That
works.
Makes sense.
It works. You can't put a lot because it'll irritate if you put too much, but it works.
Well, you can't put a lot of nothing under your arms. You can't even put a lot of deodorant under your arms. That'll have mess up your little black dress too, right? Yeah, definitely. No, that's good stuff. I mean, you and Susan are spot on. This is a healthy conversation for someone like Pam Norris and Charmone, Both Pam Norris and Charmone are in the health industries. Charmone would be in cosmetic health. Pam Norris would be in life-saving health. And both, this entire conversation is serving them. People are thinking differently. I went to Lowe's 3 days ago. Half the seeds were gone. Listen to what Carol just said. Carol said, I planted a garden with seeds. She was making a point because she understands to know that she's saying, because most of y'all fruit that you get from the store don't have seeds. And it's not that it's fake. You gotta have to research this for me. It's because it's convenience. It's convenience. Farmers are now planting stuff without seeds. But she's saying we plant stuff with seeds out, at my house because I want the seeds to come back to me. I just planted corn in my garden. I just put 3 corns in my garden so I can get back an ear of corn so I can plant 300 corns. I got an apple tree. Seriously, yeah, it's crazy. People think differently now. I was thinking about PlayStation and private jets. Now I'm thinking about toilet paper, toilet paper and a sharp knife to cut wood and string with. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I got you. It's crazy. So just think about that. So Pam Norris, Charmone, I saw you put in the chat that she said, "My thinking wheel is moving real fast." You know how to do that stuff naturally. Y'all need to start teaching them shows. I'm seriously. You need to start teaching people. What you'll do is you'll gain an audience faster than anything else, and then you can convert that audience. Right, audience. Then you get that, you pick their interest, then you deliver to them, then you close them. And once you close a customer, Pam Norris, you can then sell. You have the right to sell to that customer again. And it don't have to be the same product. Please know, Apple don't care nothing about giving you headphones and an iPad and a cell phone and a computer. Apple is not saying, oof, she's an iPhone user. We can only sell iPhones. Apple don't care about that. Apple, Tippers emailed us the other day, lied at us the other day. Oh, you got your stimulus check, huh? Get this new iPhone. Apple just released a cheap version of their iPhone for your stimulus checks. Sure did. And if you ain't gonna act like that, you ain't trying to be Apple. I'm trying to have all Apple's money. Definitely. But people are absolutely thinking different. Yeah, we just gave you a whole lot of material. A whole lot. What you got to say this year? Because then I'm going to pick back up where we left off. But I know your brain is turning. This is what you do. You may be famous. It's all good. Go ahead.
Put it all on YouTube, because that is where everybody is going. Yeah, you can post it on your Facebook page. Yeah, you can put a link in Instagram. But if you don't have a YouTube page, you will not be seen. Everybody is at home. YouTube is the new TV. If they're not on Facebook, they are on YouTube. Everything you do, put it on YouTube. If you're going through the process of showing somebody how to do something from scratch and with natural ingredients, put that on YouTube. If you're looking to really build your audience, put it on YouTube. And this is the greatest way to ethically and morally maximize on global disasters. People are literally, like Antonio was saying, he's shopping completely different. I'm shopping completely different. When he said, yeah, I'm looking for knives that have this, and that. I'm looking at bow and arrows. I'm looking at crossbows. I have a machete. I have a knife that not only has a blade, but also has a hook to cut the seatbelt or break glass. And as far as gardens go, I have mine growing too. And I'm about to shift it to the backyard because everything's getting so big to the point where now I have to ground it. I have everything in pots. My bean plants are like this high. They look like a little bush, and I'm loving it. I have apple tree. I have cucumbers, bell peppers, green onions, corn, lettuce. People are the mindset of the entire world is shifting. People have been locked in their homes, and now they're starting to understand, I need to be able to take care of my family without having to leave my home and go purchase anything, because they've been laid off. They don't have money. They don't have money to buy food. They don't have money to buy toilet paper. They don't have money to buy toothpaste, deodorant. They don't have money to buy anything. So if you're teaching them how to be able to, like in the older times, take care of themselves without having to depend on somebody else, without having to give someone cash for something in return, people are now starting to barter and trade. I'm on a website called Nextdoor. I'm on a site called Nextdoor, and it's basically, what's going on. It's specific to your neighborhood. You can find out what's going on in other neighborhoods. People are posting on there, hey, I have a garden full of vegetables. Who wants fresh vegetables? When you're on platforms like that, it also lets you know who's in need. Because there were 2 people that responded. They were like, hey, I'm on a fixed income. I would love to have some fresh vegetables. Hey, me too. I'm on a fixed income, and now you're helping them supply their home. So guess what they're going to do? When they think about, hey, I have this, can I get some vegetables for this? It's starting to go back to, their mindsets are different. Antonio used to say the world is, how did you say it, Antonio? The world is correcting itself.
Yeah, the universe is correcting itself. There's no doubt about it. Every action has the opposite equal reaction.
So in that process, pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to your audience. Pay attention to what people's talking about. When we talk about, ask people what their pain points are, do a Google search on prepping and see what comes up. And not meal prep, but disaster prep, or people who do YouTube. Every single thing that I have learned about gardening has come from either a blog, but 90% of that information came from YouTube. Remember when you guys first started and we started saying, that's exactly what I planted too, Vastine, pinto beans. When you first started, we told you, build your YouTube page, but your YouTube page takes time to get subscribers. So start it now. Everything takes time. But if you would have started it in the beginning, when you first started, when we told you to, imagine where you would be now. I'm not going to shit on you, like Phil would say. I'm not going to shit on you. But now is the time. Now is the time, because everybody's mentality is changing. Congratulations, Charbon. Oh, I started my YouTube channel months again. Oops, ago. No worries. Months ago. I can't even begin to explain to you how, when things are scarce, people start looking at other alternatives. Why not make you the alternative that they go to? I'm done, boss man.
Nah, it's good stuff. That's absolutely good stuff. It's just one of those plain understanding things. You got to get to the point in which you know what your audience is looking for. Remember, it is not about you and what you want to do and all that good stuff and the yada, 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 blah, 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 right? None of that stuff is about you. It is is you making sure that you dominate your current reality with what your customers are thinking. That's what it's about. Are you dominating your reality with what your customers are thinking? Are you jumping in front of their attention? Lisa says, I started mine a long time ago, just don't have time to do all the marketing I need to promote. So let's jump backwards real quick. Back to Justin. You build your social media team. You're paying monthly. You're doing whatever. That's cool. You got these 3 elements. That's cool. But what you need to understand first and foremost is you need to find a way to get the cold market to become warm market without spending money. That's what that life hack show was for you, Pam Norris. How can you get customers for free? How can you get them to follow you for free? How can you get them to join your database for free? You understand? It's 7.8 billion people in the world. How can you get those people to be your fans? How can Justin get those people to be his fans? Like, that's the point here, Lisa. That's the point. So if you don't have time, then don't go get time. Don't go make time. What you need to do is duplicate yourself. And how do you duplicate yourself? You duplicate yourself by putting out content so you can find you a Phil and Susan. Let me break this down, and Phil and Susan may jump in here. This is the honest to God truth. I was the man before I ever joined anything Les Brown Institute or not. That's no diss to him. I respect him. I was already the man. We can't forget I spent $23,000 to join this organization. Like, we just got to call that. Susan just said the other day that was talked about in those circles, right? I did that. I dropped 23 grand in another organization to build my organization, or whatever you want to say. Now, understanding this, it's real simple. I'm already a man, and I told Serena, who is the CEO of Les Brown Legacy side, just anything, if you don't hire Phil, shit, I'm a hire Phil. I said that. I did. I'm not lying. I did. To her face. I don't know if I said it loud enough for Phil to hear. I don't know. I wouldn't no show. I was dead serious. Dead serious. Now, but if I didn't have enough clout, like what makes Phil and Susan say 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever? You know what? It may be a nice future over here. Because the show wasn't a lackadaisical attitude. That wasn't it. I had plenty of content on the internet, that's for sure. I was able to hold my own. I don't know. We made $30,000 that day. That was for sure. I made the whole thing Q&A, so clearly I showed I've got real knowledge. You don't get no Phil and Susans without dropping no content. I said a lot.
Yeah, that was the best content of the day.
Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you.
I've heard all the other stuff many times before.
Yeah, me too. And that was the thing, right? And that's the deal. You don't get. I guarantee I'm gonna say when I stay alive long enough, it's gonna all be magnificent. Ain't nobody finna recognize their life in 2021. The end of 2021, ain't nobody finna recognize the quality of their life. We finna change all this, all that. I might have a flying car, Pam Norris. I might get it before it come out, you know. I might get it I might have a flying car. I just might have it. There's some silly stuff. I'm serious though. You got to put out that content. So back again. What can Justin do that takes his real estate company from 6 figures to 8 figures? Forget 7 figures. 7 figures is normal stuff. How we get it to 8 figures a month? It's simple. It really is simple. Write this down exactly the way I say it, Grace. Put it in chat. How do I get audience members to fall in love with me in 8 seconds? There's your formula right there. That's it. That's worth the price of admission. Because that's my goal. I don't want you to fall in love with me. I teach y'all 8-hour rule. No, or is that what I say? Or did I say 10-hour rule? One of them. 10, okay, 10-hour rule. I'm on an 8-second rule. I want you to stumble across my page and fall in love with me in 8 seconds. Ain't nobody got time for no 10 hours. I don't know if you're coming back. I'm trying to figure out what headline can I write? How can I make this video look? Should I turn my head this way? Should I do it this way? Tell me what I need to do. The black shirt or blue shirt. The same effort that they put in putting Donald Trump's tie red or blue that day is the same effort I put in my content. Donald Trump does not just put on a tie. That is depending upon his content and every president before him in America. That colored tie is determined by XXXXX, whatever that may be. Justin puts in the chat, real estate wholesaling and cash flow units, but need a jump start in e-commerce. All right, so with e-commerce, the same thing is the same. It's the same concept. E-commerce. Actually, it's the same concept, but you got it worse. Real estate, they want it. E-commerce, they got options. Mm-hmm. So now that you got e-commerce, the goal of e-commerce should be, how can I fund my lifestyle with this e-commerce is what you really should be saying. And I'm pretty sure you already are. So now that you know, all right, I want to fund my lifestyle with this e-commerce. Do you put in chat for me, Justin, and I'll be able to go in a direction. Is it your products or someone else's products? Put in chat. I'll be able to while he's doing that in chat, Gianna, won't you say something right here that's on your mind? I'm waiting for him to put that in chat. I want to go in a specific direction for him instead of a general one. I need to know if it's your products or someone else's. Go ahead, Gianna.
And while he's doing that, this is when you listen to your audience. When the world is in pain, your ear should be on the ground listening. Because you can't sell to somebody if they don't want it. But if there is an emotion attached to it, you can get them every time. Grace can get them because right now, okay.
Oh yeah, my bad. Hold on. Justin, all right. First off, with drop shipping, what you're going to need to know is, so he said a mixture of both. This year they just started drop shipping. Drop shipping, chargebacks are going to kill you. So what you need to do is, all right, I'm gonna just give you the game. Actually, you need to establish a very strong, okay, no returns, no exchanges. But there's still a but there. But you need to develop a very strong relationship with Deanna and Grace. They are the best drop shippers I know. They took an eBay company for me, took it from, was it 2,500 at first? And then did it end at $25,000 or $250,000? Which one did it end at?
$250,000.
No, because we was $250,000. They took a company to where we can exchange $250,000 a month. They're the best two people I know. They taught me. Right? I gave them the task, they taught me, so you need to establish a strong relationship with both of them. That's number one. Number two, even though you don't have no customer, no exchange, no returns, doesn't mean that those people can't complain. Because even though you honor it, they still complain to Amazon or complain to eBay or complain to whatever. And then that, what happens is they'll make you start proving. Drop shipping is great, but drop shipping, what they'll do is they'll make sure, I know this personally because it happened to us, they'll make you prove that you have the item on hand that you're selling. That's what they did to us. That's why we got out of drop shipping. That's what they did to us. That's what they did to us. All right? So you want to make sure that you protect the drop shippingness. It's stock, no doubt. So good. So Amazon gives you a little bit more protection. Now, the problem is you're not the only drop shipper. But it's easy. Let's say your company is called ABC Goods. What you got to do now is have ABC get cold customers to be loyal fans of ABC. Drop shipping ain't your problem, and looking at your comments you're giving me, you got every problem solved. So what you're missing is attention. You get the attention. It's not just go out there and get attention. You need to create super fans. You need to make sure that your people are drop shipping with just you. And the way you do that is you need to start some way. It's up to you how you do this. I'm gonna go back to the Pam Norris example, but I can give you 50 different examples of this here. I'm just running out of time. You need to start some life hack show. Now, for you, it ain't life hacks, right? That's for her, but I'm just using an example. Something needs to be, this is what we do, this is what it is, and give us your money. But if you don't need to lead with that, okay? Branding and traffic that converts to sales. Help. Got you. So let's say I want to buy from Antonio. And Antonio has a drop shipping company. Drop shipping, if you don't know, it just means he can sell whatever he wants to sell. It'll be his products or others. He can sell whatever he wants. This man can sell orange juice, Claritin, and Viagra in the same day. No problem. It's all good. He just run it. It's drop shipping. As long as the commission is good enough, right? As long as the shipper don't eat his profit, he good. That's basically what this man is saying. Now, how do I get them to come to A? Oh, you ain't said nothing but a word. Do you mind if I share it on screen? Let me know what he say. I'm not looking at my screen, y'all.
Please do.
My man. All right, Denise Hill, his question now becomes your problem. All right, so the first thing we see is for the culture. So obviously he's targeting a massive Black audience or African audience, I would say, African descent audience. Nothing wrong with that. That's a niche. That means he's narrowed 7.8 billion people down to a select amount of people. So this is good. He also has over here, because he's a smart young brother, over here to where I can message him. So he's already sent me a message, and then this goes directly to Messenger or something like that. So I can literally hit him up. And of course, he'll collect my information as I hit him up. Fantastic. And nothing wrong with the website. Nothing wrong with the website. The first thing you need right here, bro, let me refresh the page. This is called Above the Fold, right? So this is Egypt. This is clearly, okay, I'll just leave that right to a different class. I'm trying to let my wokeness pop out. Now, shop now is not good enough, Justin. What you need right here is the deal of the day. That's what you need. When you have something above the fold, what that tells me is, and even your customers subconsciously, it tells me that whatever you have up here is the most important thing to you. You're telling me where to take action. And you want me to take action at Shop Now. The problem with that is I just clicked from Facebook or wherever. Now I clicked here, that's 2 clicks. Now what you're doing is now I got to read what I want. I don't like that. You know, so there's nothing here. I don't want to do all this work. You feel me? You haven't converted me to a customer yet. You haven't converted. Nothing wrong with this. This is just how it worked in the 90s and the early 2000s. Now, I don't have time for this. Because for one, Temp is just, and the funny thing is, Temp is just posted for us in our little private group. If you got to tell me how much you cost, you already lost me as a customer. If I have to find out how much you cost. So right now I can't see how much you cost. So anyone who can't see how much you cost, now if you're selling high ticket, if you're selling a private jet, then that's different, right? But if I can't see how much you cost immediately, I'm just going to click off this website in most cases. Right now I can't see that. We know that you're reasonable, but that's because we're fans of you. The goal is to get traffic, get help, etc. Now, so that's already 1 click. Let me go back to the home page. He texts me, I click, that's once. I got here, I click, that's twice. Now if I want to do, I get books. That's 3 clicks now. Here's my 3rd click. Now I got to scroll because once again, this is what you call a banner. It shouldn't be a banner here. It should be my opportunity to shop right here. Another deal of the day right here. So I'm already on 3 clicks. Here's my man Justin, right? And then here we go. So I got all these books here, no problem. Wholesomenomics, good stuff. All this is good. But see, now I'm 3 clicks in, and I'm scrolling now. So I'm looking for my thing. What could be here, if I could just have a deal of the day, that would work greatly for me. Good thing is you got this here. That's fantastic. Best selling. All right, then. So that lets me know. Alphabetical, so I can do price low, price high. Good. Best selling. So I click on his book, 4 clicks. Put in quantity, 5 clicks. Instructions, 6 clicks. I think it's clear that I shouldn't have to click that much. Right? Let's do it this way. I'm going to reshare another screen. Because I'm going to go to Amazon. All right, this is the home page. I got to this page from, let's say it was an Amazon.com ad, okay? Delivered to Tempest. There you go. Now, check this out. I put in, well, let me just go right here. I put in, I don't know, loot your favorite games. With the Twitch. Never mind, hold on, sorry. Let me just go to books real quick. Got this books. I just type in books. Books bestsellers. There we go. Now here, I go click on 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. 2 clicks. Now I can buy with 1 click. 3rd click, I got my stuff. You understand what I'm saying? 3rd click, I got my stuff. I got my stuff. It's a wrap. I got my stuff. Now, here is let's go back to your website. Nothing wrong with this website. This website is Deanna's class showed up powerfully. So Deanna, give yourself props because you're saying marketing and sales need to communicate together, correct?
Yes, sir.
So his site is fantastic, but the marketing and sales are not communicating together. What you want to do, Justin, is you want to let me Denise, I need to buy your book in 3 clicks or less. 2 would be preferred. But there should really be a deal. It's nothing. The same way, I don't know how you built it. Actually, I could tell you how you built it right now. Because I'm a nerd. I can tell you everything about the site because I'm a nerd. That's what I do. All right. So it's JavaScript running. All right. So the pictures was labeled for the culture global. So this is a slider. That's all I need to know. This is a slider. So right here, you can make this. This is a slider, y'all. Again, everybody can't do that nerd stuff I did, but whatever. This is a slider. So all you got to do, Justin, is hyperlink one of these sliders as the deal of the day. Done for it. Done. And the deal of the day could be something you arbitrarily pick. You come over here, and let's say you pick water. And what you do is 40 ounce alkaline water, right? You take this link, and you come on Facebook, and what you start doing, Justin, is you don't target people, you start targeting sections of people, different sections of people. So here you have alkaline water, and then, hold on, actually, I'll even do you a solid favor. You got alkaline water right here. My computer's running slow because I'm sharing it. I'll explain what I'm doing. Instead of you promoting your drop shipping, what you're going to do is you're going to promote specific products, and you're going to target those people who want that product. So what you're going to do is this alkaline water, you're going to target vegans, vegetarian. You're going to put in Dr. Sebi, right? Mr. King of Alkaline. Dr. Sebi. You're going to put consciousness, woke, all that stuff in your advertising because you have a background of advertising. And if your current marketers or advertisers don't know how to do this, they need to be fired. They need to be fired, right? You're going to target all these people, and then you're going to take that alkaline link and you're going to put it right there. And then you're going to write copy specifically for people who like Dr. Sebi, for people who like, okay, feel that. I just watched your stuff. Do you have access to the admin? Are you an administrator on the control panel? Let me see if you use WordPress or not. This is fun, y'all. This is what I do. Again, I could pretty much hack all y'all stuff if I want to. Okay, he said not sure. Got you. No worries. Me and Deanna help you out with that. So that's easy. No worries. So we'll hit home. This time, instead of inspect your element, I'll just view page source and tell you where you're at. All right, so again, JavaScript. Are you using Shopify? You built this with Shopify. Yep. Yeah, it's built through Shopify. No doubt about it. All right, then. So what you want to do, if how I found it out, I mean, all your local files. So this is telling me that this is your image. It's a PNG. This is the. Hey, when y'all post something on the internet, it's mine. Let me just stop my screen before I finish explain. If you post something on the internet, that's mine. Do you understand? It's mine. You don't have no privacy when you put it on the internet. Do y'all not see what I'm doing here? Do y'all see what I'm doing? So Denise said, also suggest a tagline. There is for the culture, trap song, smoke shop, other stuff. A tagline will help folks sort that out. That's pretty fair feedback. If you post something on the internet, it's mine. We're in about a couple of minutes. If it's on the internet, it's mine. I'm literally in this man's back office. Like right now, this is the title that's displayed on this page. I could change. Well, I can't change the title, but maybe I could. But now I know it's on Shopify. Well, anyway, let me not teach y'all how to hack. So basically, this is the script that you're using, and this script calls forth. So there is a there is a command for a mount somewhere down here. So what this means, your site loads fast. Someone's using, well, anyway, yeah, that's just for people like me. I won't bore you out too much. But remember, see this function. This function here. This is running your analytics. That this one, well, I've skipped it up. This is running your navigation. This is basically what we would call bootstrapping, but anyway. So you're using Shopify. What you need to do is you just need to figure out what your Shopify thing is and see if we can get access. And yes, Shopify and the custom domain, no problem. Just get your, so obviously they're charging you every month to maintain this site. Ask them to add you as an administrator so you can make changes. And then boom. And also make sure that you have the domain power. Like make sure the domain is owned by you. I can make all, if you can make all changes, then you're the admin. So you get to go. So they built it. So if you can make all changes, you're not paying us. Okay, you just said it when I just said it. Yeah, if they let you make all changes, you're not paying monthly for sure. Because that's how they make the money. So no doubt, and that means you're the administrator. So what we'll do is we'll help you, Deanna, write this down. We'll help him figure out how to do deal of the day. And all it is, brother, is what you need to do is take one of those banners. Somewhere in that control panel is going to let you link it. You're going to link that banner to a product, and then every time you put a deal of the day up, that's what you're going to promote, that deal of the day. Don't try to promote your website. Promote a product, just one product. You can switch to one product every day, every hour, whatever, but promote that one product. That one product will have a higher conversion rate than your website. No one cares about your website. They care about what they want. That's a lesson to everybody, especially Denise. She's now selling her, well, she's been selling her book. Her book is now, it's gone. It's out of there. She's ready. So what you do is you sell that one thing and you sell it to a specific audience, like I've been telling Pam Norris, and then you capitalize off the specificity of that audience. So if you're going to sell me alkaline water, you don't target a fat man, you target a soccer mom. You target someone health conscious. You target someone with cancer, God forbid, but that still is the case, right? You target someone conscious. If someone like my Yuri is investigating chakras, you target that. Because anybody know about the chakras also know about alkaline. And you do that, and you do that, and you do that, and you do that. All right.
There's the higher chakras.
Oh. Yes.
There's the heart chakras and there's the lower chakras. I spend so much time in the lower chakras, I have a cottage there. I have a cottage in the lower chakras. But there's a guy who's a laughter, does laughter yoga, and he goes, he, that's for the higher chakras. Ha, ha, that's for the middle chakras. And ho, ho, that's for the lower chakras, which means Santa Claus was a dirty old man.
No doubt. No doubt. I never heard that before, though. I think I know you talking about that master yoga person, though. Carol, you was next and last.
No, you just mentioned chakras, so I've just like kind of raised my hand because I teach chakra clearing and the Kundalini.
That's right. You do holistic type coaching. You sure do. Yes. Sure do. So you would have to know about that. Yeah, you would have to know about that. Yeah, good stuff. Anything you want to say right there? Okay, cool. Well, that's it right there. Deanna, set up with Justin so we can help him out as much as we can. No problem, Justin. We're going to take care of you, man. It's nothing. It's nothing, right? The best way, what you do is just to get on the phone with us. We'll lace you up. It's nothing, man.
You muted.
There we go. My phone disconnected. But since you got all your admin controls and stuff, you can make anybody a user on your site. and we can get in there and help you walk you through those. So we'll meet on Zoom. That way you can share your screen and we can walk it all down like that. Cool? All right, everybody. Well, I sure appreciate you being here. Oh, yeah, man. You good, man, brother. We got you, man. So Deanna, get with him ASAP, or Justin, get with her ASAP. We'll take care of you real good, okay? Antonio T. Smith Jr., ladies and gentlemen, you can plan better. You can dominate. All right, everybody. Go ahead, Carol. You go ahead and say something.
No, I was just saying bye.
Oh, okay. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. See you next time.